Well, I am so excited today to be inside the Tybee Island Marine Science Center here on Tybee Island with the Executive Director, Chantel Audran. And Chantel, you have some big news for everybody, big as in what you can see behind me. You have a brand new exhibit dedicated to the right whale.
Yes, so the right whale is one of the most endangered whales on the planet. At the Marine Science Center, we took on the huge responsibility to start communicating about the plight of the North Atlantic right whale and why it is the right whale to save. So last February, we unveiled the beginnings of our North Atlantic right whale exhibit, and behind me is Smoke, who is the pillar of our right whale program, and she is a live North Atlantic right whale in the population. She is our adoptive North Atlantic right whale, and she is in her 30s, and she has 4 calves, and she will hopefully be down next year to have another calf. But
You mean this is the image of her?
So this is a near life-size model of Smoke, our adoptive North Atlantic right whale, and Smoke is living in nature. We use her as a tool to teach about North Atlantic right whales. Just like our sea turtles on exhibit at the Science Center, meeting an individual in the population allows you to connect to that population.
So why are the right whales in so much danger? What do we need to know about? What can we do differently?
Yeah, the stinker is it's us. So it is human interaction, and the 2 primary causes of death for North Atlantic right whales are entanglement in fishing gear and getting struck by vessels. Those vessels can even be recreational vessels. These animals are as large as school buses, but they are here in coastal Georgia to have babies. And so they have a smaller calf, about 20 feet with them, and these animals are getting hit by vessels and entangled in fishing gear.
And if you find one on the beach, people are supposed to call you, right?
Absolutely. So we have the state coordinator at the Georgia Department of Natural Resources that all of us on the barrier islands respond to or report to. And so we are the marine mammal stranding operators for the Tybee coast. And so if there is a dead whale or dolphin on the coast, we will report to it so that we can be the first responder to get level A data for the state. The state will then make a decision if they come out for that to get a gross necropsy. This is like CSI whale. This is our moment in the field to determine the cause of death and take tissue samples so that that information can change policy.
Yeah, hopefully we can prevent that from happening again. So when the kids come out here for the school visits or the tourists come in, what can they experience here?
Seeing an animal that's not a normal whale look to us. We're used to shamu, we're used to orcas, we're used to humpback whales. The right whale has a very peculiar face and a big kind of upside down frown. And so at the Science Center, you can look Smoke in the eye, you can see all of her sheets of baleen. So something that we used to use an artifact to teach about baleen, we can now point to Smoke's mouth so that a student can understand how one of the largest animals on the planet eats the smallest plankton on the planet.
Well, you talked about calving, and calving season is from what, November to March here off our coast?
The end of March. April 1, they're usually boogied right past us. So at the end of March, they're on their way back up to their breeding and feeding grounds. So here it's a very quiet time. Mama and baby are whispering to one another. They're trying to be inconspicuous. And then they all travel the 1,000 miles back to Cape Cod to gorge and feed and eat on that rich plankton.
Well, you mentioned the sounds that they make, and you actually have a recording of right whales that we're going to play right now. Okay, so Chantel, we just heard the noise or the sounds of the right whale. What did we just hear? What were we listening to?
So marine mammals, whales are marine mammals just as we are mammals. So they communicate, they brush against each other. Contact and communication is a big part of their life cycle. So mama and baby are whispering here. A call that we can hear often is the up call, and the up call is a signal call. It's a hello. It's when they're approaching one another, checking in on one another. It is the up call, and it's kind of like an eep, and it's our goal.
How does it make you feel when you hear something like that?
It's our goal for this room where this exhibit is. We're going to add a sound component where we can have the children speaking right whale. As you go through, we should be hearing students making whale calls.
That is so neat.
We need to speak their language so we can speak for them.
Gotcha. All right, so for folks who want to learn more about the Marine Science Center and this exhibit, or about helping our right whales, what's the best way to do that?
So we are on Facebook and social media for the Tybee Island Marine Science Center. Also, tybeemarinescience.org is our website for all of our upcoming events. This spring we'll have a whale fest out here on Tybee to celebrate our right whales leaving and going back to Cape Cod. So all those fun things to look forward, you can find out on our website.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.